The NASCAR Cup Series race at Michigan has been postponed to Monday. Another race affected by rain or weather. It's getting absurd. It's getting annoying. But before we talk about the rain, let me get my Chase Elliott hat on real quick. And safe to say this is Chase Elliott right now. But yes, that was one of the big things. We did get 75 laps in of this race at Michigan. You got to get to lap 100, though, for this race to become official. Out of 200, got to hit the halfway point or into stage 2. The halfway point comes first. They did not reach that, so we have a delayed race at Michigan. We're going to talk about a little bit what's happened because it has been chaotic what has happened so far in Michigan. There's been like 5 crashes. There's been controversy, like Ryan Blaney and Corey LaJoie. They didn't fight, but they had a discussion that they disagreed about on pit road. It was cordial, but still, they had a disagreement from something on track. We saw a guy crash out of the lead, Christopher Bell. I mean, it's been mind-blowing what's been happening in this race. Tyler Reddick is currently your leader, as I said. 74 laps have been completed. Tyler Reddick is leading. Alex Bowman's up in the top 5. He's led a good chunk of laps. Yes, it was because of strategy, but he stayed up there. Eric Jones, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon all have speed. It's been chaotic. Yes, some of this is strategy, but they're up there. Oh my goodness. And then, of course, the weather strikes. Let's talk about the weather before we talk about the big story, and that's Chase Elliott crashing because of his playoff situation. Why? Why does the weather have to be so mean this year to NASCAR? NASCAR's not a sport that you can play in the rain. You know, football, you see mud games. You know, baseball, in a light drizzle, you can do something. NASCAR is not a sport that you can do in the rain. The tires don't have the grip, I guess. They have rain tires for road courses and short tracks, but they can't do it at ovals. It's too dangerous. Well, this year, let me go through the schedule real quick. So obviously this weekend has been impacted by rain. The race start was delayed, and then also the race has been postponed to Monday, the rest of the race. Well, last week at Richmond was fine, if I remember correctly. Pocono, was that one delayed? See, now we're getting lost. New Hampshire was pushed to Monday. I know that. Atlanta was rain shortened, so that's 3. That's actually 3 we've got. Chicago was delayed, and then it got shortened because of the light, so the rain did that. That's 4. Nashville, the start time was moved up by like an hour because of the threat of storms. Sonoma was fine. Gateway was delayed multiple times. The Coke 600 was pushed to Monday. North Wilkesboro was fine. Darlington, I think, was fine. Kansas fine? I think Kansas was fine. Dover was pushed to Monday. We're up to 8, and it's not even back to April yet. Talladega was fine. Martinsville, I think, was fine. The Bristol Dirt Race, I think, was fine. Richmond, I think, was fine. Coda was fine. Atlanta Spring, I think, was fine. Phoenix, Vegas. Auto Club, I think weather impacted that one. Not too certain, but that's at least 8. I'm probably forgetting some. 8 races this season on the Cup side of things that have been impacted by weather. I remember there were some Xfinity races early on in the year that got postponed. Like, I think Fontana got postponed due to snow or something. The weather, it's so annoying. Like, I get it. Rain happens, but could you not happen where NASCAR happens to be on, like, just wait for NASCAR to leave or show up before they're there. You know, rain in Brooklyn, Michigan, why couldn't you have showed up on Wednesday, you know? Anyways, I know that's kind of out of everyone's control, so you can't go on about it too long, even though I've gone on for like 3-4 minutes now. But some important information if you are going to the race tomorrow. The parking lots will open at 10:30 a.m. and the gates will open at 11 a.m. The green flag is at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern time. That would be terrible if it was 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. But anyways, yes, there you go. Some general information. But now to the actual race. We saw very early in this race, like the first 15 laps, it got sketchy. Kyle Busch went to the inside of Ryan Blaney, tried to make a pass, went a little bit over aggressive. sending in there too deep, spun himself out and crashed, and he was out of the race. And I was like, whoa, like Kyle Busch just wrecked. That's kind of a big deal, you know, really talented driver, a cup champion, you know, you don't see that happen a lot, that where he just wrecks himself. So, you know, it was just kind of like, whoa, that just happened. But, you know, stack them back up, get the restart going. Let's see how this thing goes. Everything's going great. Everything's going calm. You know, there's 8 laps to go on the stage. Then, bam, Chase Elliott, right rear tire. It blows up, and Chase Elliott goes for a spin hard into the wall with the back of his car, and he's done. He's out of the race. Was running top 10, looking like he was going to get some stage points there. But no, instead of getting a few stage points, continuing on in this race, potentially getting more stage points, a top 10, you know, to cut that 40-point deficit, nope. He's done. He is way out of the picture in terms of points. It is a must-win situation for Chase Elliott, the 2020 champion, of course. It's been a bad year, to say the least, both on and off the track. It all started in March, the Friday before the Las Vegas race. Chase Elliott minding his own business, just taking a day off, chilling in the mountains and snowboarding. You know, what could go wrong? Well, he could break his leg. That's what could go wrong. Elliott ends up missing 6 races, well out of the playoffs, but it's early in the year. He can make up points. He can win a race. He's going to be fine, right? He's in a Hendrick Motorsports car. He's a Cup champion. He's going to be fine. He's making his dues. He gets like a top 5 at Darlington, does good somewhere else. I can't remember. And then the Coke 600 hits. Elliott's running top 10. He's not having the best day, but top 10. He gets put into the wall. And what does he do when he gets put into the wall by Denny Hamlin? He opts to intentionally wreck Denny Hamlin. In response for the intentional wreck for Denny Hamlin, by the way, Elliott did not finish that race. He finished like 36th. Well, NASCAR decided to suspend Elliott for 1 race. So right after they were back into a little bit of a groove, they've had Elliott back for a few races in the car, starting to get things rolling again. Elliott intentionally wrecks Hamlin, a DNF, which gets you 1 point, and then misses the next race where he gets 0 points. And so now it's another setback, and, you know, points racing is looking unrealistic. Well, then all of a sudden, they're extremely consistent after Gateway. Top 15 finishes consistently, get some stage points every once in a while. After Richmond, only 40 back on the cutoff line with 4 races to go. That's 10 points a race in a Hendrick Motorsports car with 2 road courses in there, and Elliott's great at road courses. Easy, right? Goodyear has said otherwise. Now, Goodyear, I think they did say that it did not look like a puncture, but Elliott said that he was not running the right rear tire too hard, so it's tough to say what really happened. Did Goodyear have a malfunction in the tire? Did he run over something? That's also a possibility. Or was Elliott running that right rear tire too hard? Was the air pressure not right? You know, there's a lot of questions. No one knows, but Elliott out of the race and now in a must-win situation for the playoffs. If you're a Chase Elliott fan, you got to be extra nervous. But you do look at the upcoming races. You got 2 road courses, and Elliott is fantastic at road courses. Got 6, 7 wins on road courses in his career, but none in the next-gen car. He hasn't run terrible in the next-gen car. He's got, I think, like a 2nd at Road America, top 5 at COTA. He led a good chunk of the Charlotte Roval last year before late race chaos happened and restarts. So he's still done extremely well at road courses, but he can't settle for running extremely well. He can't finish 2nd. He can't finish 4th. He can't lead every lap but 1 and finish 3rd. He has to win. It is a must-win situation for Chase Elliott right now. I don't know the point standings, but I know that the playoff situation, I didn't get a picture of it, but as of right now, and that's going to change when we get this race going again, guys are going to go up and down the grid and whatnot. Playoff grid's chaotic right now. Like, Ty Gibbs is +6, McDowell's -6, Bowman's only 10 points behind the cutoff line. Like, it has massively shuffled with Bowman getting stage points, Gibbs getting a lot of stage points, McDowell running bad and having damage from something. This Michigan race has been so cursed that it's mind-blowing. And that we've only covered 2 wrecks so far. Let me tell you about Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell was on pole. Christopher Bell had one of the fastest cars. He's looking to take the lead from Alex Bowman, and you know what he does? He wrecks himself. Just goes into turns 1 and 2 and wrecks himself. Rear end, straight into the wall. Meets minimum speed, though, so he's back out there on track. But he is like 4, 5, 6, 7, something laps down. I could tell you, I'm going to look up the live leaderboard here. Oh, he's actually on the lead lap. Wow, I was very wrong. Oops, my bad for misinforming you. But yes, Christopher Bell ended up wrecking out of the lead. Josh Berry spun out there. Is there anything else? I'm probably missing some. I mean, there's been so much. Oh yeah, William Byron at the end of stage 1 just completely sent it through turns 3 and 4 and smacked the wall. They couldn't repair the car in time for the damaged vehicle policy. They're done for the day. So that is Busch, Elliott, Byron, Berry, Bell. All have had crashes, hard crashes, and 4 of them are out. The 5th one is heavily damaged. So absolutely insane race so far. We're only 75 laps in. We're not even halfway. The race postponed to Monday, noon Eastern time, Michigan International Speedway. I think there's more chance of rain tomorrow, so we could be looking at a Tuesday race. But major playoff implications here in this one with Chase Elliott crashing out. It's looking like a must-win. So as I said, Elliott can't settle for second at Indy and Watkins Glen in Daytona. He's going to have to win because other guys are getting points right now. Ty Gibbs, I think he's running in the top 10, maybe even the top 5. He's 11th right now, but he was running in the top 5 for a bit. Bubba Wallace continues to extend that gap on the points cutoff line. Let's see, Suarez got some stage points. Bowman's got some stage points. Elliott's in a must-win. The 2020 champion in a must-win situation. That's the big story right now. But chaotic race. We'll see if it gets more chaotic tomorrow. Thanks for watching this video. This ended up being longer than I thought it would be. We're up to 12 minutes now, pre-editing. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Thanks for the support recently on the channel. A lot of views and stuff. So thank you all. And have a great rest of your day or night or morning if you're international. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for the rest of this race.